Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be for the rapper Boosie. That name sounds so stupid. But I'm gonna shuffle the decks so I don't have to shuffle them throughout the reading. And let's see what's going on with him. He's recently been very extra. And yeah, so this is showing he's not seeing clearly. He's definitely not seeing things sober-minded, so that's interesting. We got a lot of like issues going on with his mental situations. A lot of this has to do with sort of like money as well, like positioning himself. He feels unstoppable, is what's being shown to me. It's kind of like he thrives off of the negative attention. It's kind of like him and Lil Nas X. You know, they're different individuals, but they love like to taunt people and to troll, is what's being seen. You know, it's all part of his image. You know, this is how he wants to craft himself. So that's interesting. You know, I guess he feels like there's no one saying what he's saying, and he feels like a lot of people are thinking it. You see what I mean? It's kind of like he's the vibe like, this is how everyone feels, so what's the problem? Like, he knows it's a problem, but he's kind of like weird at the moment. He's kind of just like, what's the issue? So that's fascinating. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Almost done shuffling. It has to feel right for me to stop. Also, please press the like button. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Okay, it's done. Now time for the other deck. So I'm busting out two decks for him to see what's going on with this guy. Yeah, what did I tell you at the start of the reading? He's not thinking clearly. You know, he's not sober-minded. So, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. I'm definitely picking up interesting energy, I'll say that much. You know, obviously, again, things going on with his mind. So that's fascinating. You know, it's like, I was going to say, actually, I'm getting like, I don't know if this is, like, I know it's like, he has to be on something, you know, but I'm seeing like mental illness and sort of just like, being on something. A lot of this is coming from a hurt place, even though that's, corny, but, you know, hurt people are extra, I guess. I don't know. Everyone's hurt, though, so for the most part, I think, you know, a lot of people have been through shit, but a lot of people don't say the things he says. You know, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but when you start, you know, telling people to do things to themselves, that's, like, fucked up and shit. That's kind of when it's not cool. In my opinion, at least. Yeah, okay. So, let's see what's going on. Also, apology for all the noise. Everyone's deciding to be, like, loud, like the neighbors, and it's music playing, and I don't know, someone's cooking, I guess, slamming the walls. I don't know, it's outrageous. So, let's see what's going on here. Why is he not seeing clearly? What's going on with that? This is interesting, though. It's like he's not balanced. Something's going on in his love life, and something that's went on in his love life. I mean, like, not just romantic love, but like family as well. You know, it's a lot of and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to like reach or anything. Let me just say this ahead of time because I already know what some people might think or something. I don't know. But anyway, there's a lot of sort of like ignorance going on. You know, he had a lot of ignorance in his family. You know, and he's kind of projecting the ignorance that he was brought up on. So that's fascinating. Let's see what's going on here. Because he feels like this is what everyone's feeling and everyone's thinking, you know. But it's kind of like seeing the world like one-dimensionally. Like he's not looking at the different facets of like life and reason and understanding. So that's what that's about. You know, it's kind of like I was saying, like this is his view. You know what I mean? He feels like this is what everyone feels or everyone's thinking. But he doesn't understand that it's only a small box that feels that way. So that's interesting. Let's go on to his mind. What's going on there? Obviously this is the Fool card. So this is showing me a lot of his innocent. You know, he's not a bad person, is what's coming to me. So this is fascinating. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a tragic situation. Because this is just his, I don't know if you would call it like a culture, but this is kind of like, just like what he was raised on. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's like a surprise. You know, a lot of different cultures all around the world are kind of like, you know, a certain way about particular subjects. And so this is showing that he's just being natural to himself, you know, with the full energy. You know, it's kind of just like he doesn't know what he's doing. You know what I mean? And if you look at this monkey here, it's like, there's a lot of sadness going on as well, you know. It's like he knows something's not right, but he can't help it. It's kind of just like when you're used to a particular situation, you can't help your nature. So, you know, I'm not too mad at him. He needs help, though, like whoever his team is. What's going on with this guilt energy? His money's not right. So, it's like, you know how they say, like, all publicity is good publicity, I guess, like, even bad publicity. He feels like all of this sort of like negativity, like even though he's been raised on like, you know, these sorts of like values, if you want to call it that, he feels like it's going to benefit him. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like with this energy, it's like, yeah, everyone's thinking it, this is how everyone feels, you know. And it's kind of just like, you know, he feels like I don't know why I keep getting like the Renaissance or something, but this is like he feels like he's on some sort of like quest to like put out truth or to say what people are feeling. You know what I mean? Like a truth renaissance. And he feels like it's gonna be beneficial for him. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like in the long run. And sorry, I'm kind of like out of it at the moment. I'm actually under the weather. Actually, let me actually drink some water. That's why I'm a little bit funny style at the moment. Excuse me. But anyway, yeah, he feels like this is going to benefit him in the long run. But obviously he's not thinking clearly because, I mean, logically it doesn't make sense. But I do get where he's coming from, you know, because he feels like, you know, people aren't saying, you know, what everyone is feeling. I keep repeating the same shit. But anyway, so it's really not much to say about this situation. I'm going to just pull a card for each of these slots and leave it at that. So let's see what's going on here. You know, because this is him not seeing clearly, not thinking straight, not being sober-minded. You know what I mean? This is also symbolic because I didn't really explain the cards. I just said, like, everything I felt after, like, seeing the cards. But, you know, this is symbolic of, like, some sort of, like, substance that he's on. It's, sort of like making things more foggy for him, where he can't see things straight. That's why he doesn't know like what's happening, you know. And this was about his family, you know what I mean? Like he's projecting, you know, this is like a projection, but it's like projecting sort of like ignorance. So let's see what's going on there. But I tell you, like, he's not well. It's like, you know, people just see him as belligerent, ignorant, and just like all sorts of fucked up shit. You know what I mean? And they feel like they kind of feel like he's responsible, but in a way he's not responsible. You know what I mean? You can see this dude, you think like he's strong and he knows what he's doing, but it's not the case. This is the actual reality of the situation. He's not well. So let's see, with that projection and all that, like him projecting his thoughts about what he thinks people are feeling and all that. Yeah, this is showing me he's not going to stop. So he's going to continue this. You know, you would think he would have been stopped with all the other previous stuff he's done, because I think he was banned from Facebook or something. I don't know, heard like a while ago. But he's definitely going to be screaming his thoughts out, you know. He's very defensive as well, and he definitely has a lot of thoughts he wants to get out. So that's fascinating. Let's look here and see what's going on with that, because obviously this was just confirming like all the energies again, with him not thinking straight and him kind of like being like a fool, like not being really, you know, not really being like a bad person, you know what I mean? So let's see what's going on with that. Yeah, it just keeps confirming the same energies. Obviously you see me shuffle and all that shit, but it is what it is. You see, like he's bound, you know. This is symbolic of like religion and all that. I'm not getting like he's religious, but these are like values. So he's bound by his values. He's not thinking straight. You know, he's in a bad place mentally, is what's being shown. A lot of this is mental energy. So, okay, and let's see what's going on here. Wait, is that, no, I'm gonna use this one. Yeah, this is not gonna be good for him in the long run. You know, because like I was telling you, like, obviously he's not thinking straight. He's thinking this is gonna bring him money. But he's going to be losing connections. You know, a lot of people are just going to be like, he's too problematic. You know what I mean? He's too, like, weird. You know, and people are going to be looking into his situation. You know, like, what's wrong with this guy? You know, I've already seen some of that. Like, people are like, you know, is he, like, down low or something? Is that why he's, like, all hostile towards, the Nas X guy? So, you know, a lot of people are kind of just like, what's going on? So this is showing me like, usually this is a positive sort of connection, but in this situation, this is definitely negative, because it's not going to be a connection. It's kind of just like they're letting him go. So yeah, expect to see sort of people that were fucking with him to kind of be distant. But anyway, thank you for watching it, the reading. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Also, if you would like to have a reading with me, that information will be in the description box. Okay, cool.